Now, you grew up in New York City, and you talk
Hmm.
about living in two different worlds. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes. I was born in Bedford-Stuyvesant, Brooklyn, and that's where my grandparents lived when they came from Miami, which my grandfather came from the Bahamas before that. Um, and my parents lived on the Upper East Side, on 82nd between 5th and Madison. And so I would go back and forth between Brooklyn and the Upper East Side. Before first grade, I lived with my grandparents on the weekdays because my parents were both working very hard. My father was at NBC. They were both at 30 Rockefeller Plaza. And then my mother was doing theater at night. So they would come see me after work, have dinner with me, play with me, put me to bed, and then they would go and continue their work. And then I would come to the Upper East Side on the weekends. And then once I got to first grade, that switched. I lived in Manhattan on the weekdays and Brooklyn on the weekends. And I had two completely different lives. I had two different names even. My name in Brooklyn was Eddie because of a girl who lived next door to my grandparents that didn't understand that my name was Lenny and named me Eddie. And I didn't fight it. So I became Eddie. So it was two different lives, two different everything. I mean, the culture in both of those places couldn't have been more opposite. But it was really fun, and it really fed me having these different dynamics.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's why you're so rich. Like, there's a richness to you that you are, you know, a lot of people attach the title Renaissance man to a lot of different people, but you actually are. Like, you are a very rich, layered person, and it probably was that duality of upbringing and having so many exposures to so many different life experiences, parenting styles. I mean, that's why you adapt, and, you know.
Absolutely. I was very blessed to have all of these different dynamics around me. And the most beautiful thing about it was that I had no idea about race, meaning I didn't know there was any issues about anything. I grew up around every type of person that you could imagine, from every different background, religion, culture, color. And that was life. And not until I went to first grade did I understand that there was an issue about that. You know, that's when my mother began to speak to me about that. But it was a wonderful upbringing because of that.